The Tony Award-winning Broadway musical, Dear Evan Hansen, is opening in London tomorrow night, and the story, written by Stephen Levinson, is about a lonely, troubled teenager who spins an elaborate web of lies to gain popularity. The music and lyrics are by Oscar-winning songwriters Benj Pasek and Justin Paul. Our arts editor, Will Gompertz, has been to meet them.
Meet Evan Hansen, a teenage schoolboy with self-esteem so low, his therapist has told him to write a daily life-affirming letter to himself. The unforeseen consequences of which lead to a story of exclusion, deception, desperation and teen suicide.
What made you think that this topic was suitable for a musical?
At the beginning, I'm not sure we necessarily thought it would make a great musical, but we were fascinated with the subject.
Two friends, true friends, on a perfect.
I think we're living in a time where we're more disconnected, we're more lonely, we feel like we're less parts of community than we've ever felt before. And so people react to that in different ways. And there's such a desperation to try to find each other in this very crazy, hyper-connected, but also very disconnected world.
Dear Evan Hansen has been a huge hit in America. Its theme of isolation in an age of social media resonating deeply with the smartphone generation and their parents.
We started to imagine, well, what if there was a character at the center of this story who couldn't connect, who was incapable of connecting in a world that seems, at least from the outside, totally interconnected? What if you're incapable of joining that? And that's really where Evan came from.
I don't know if you can tell, but this is me just pretending to know.
What's your view now of social media?
When we started writing the show, we lived in a very different world than we live in now, in the sense that what we were talking about in this show, about a young man and this journey through lies and half-truths online, felt like a young person's story in a lot of ways. And it's impossible for us to ignore now, in the world of 2019, that lies and the internet and social media, it's not a young person's phenomenon anymore. And in many ways, it drives the news. Yes. in I think, both of our countries.
They're hoping that sense of shared cultural experience will see their all-American story succeed in London just as Hamilton has done, the huge critical and commercial hit musical about America's founding fathers. Will Gompertz, BBC News.